Yes, sir.
ಈಗ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ.
ಈಗ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Please, all of you, write your name and USN once again. You delete the previous one. You got that point? Please, all of you, write your name and USN in the chat box. You delete the previous one. All of you, please write down number 1. First, you write down the title, vacuum degassing. Vacuum degassing with respect to hydrogen gas removal. Underline that. Underline that. Below that, write down number 1, static bath degassing. Static bath degassing. If possible, you write down the rough diagram of vacuum chamber, crucible, and the liquid metal. So yesterday we discussed the same thing in vacuum degassing. The same procedure is used in the static bath degassing. Here the liquid metal along with the crucible is placed inside the vacuum chamber. The vacuum, what's the meaning of vacuum? Vacuum is nothing but removing the air present in the chamber. That's called vacuum degassing. Next, come to the point, all of you write down. Vacuum degassing is more efficient than other type of degassing process, and also the cheapest, economical, and simple method of degassing is induction degassing. Induction degassing means there will be a coil, copper coil, that you can call it as induction coil, that is present inside the vacuum chamber. Then they place the crucible or the ladle inside the induction coil. Due to the induction, the transformation effect, that is the primary coil and the secondary coil, due to the eddy current present in the coil, which removes the gases. Usually hydrogen and nitrogen is present in the liquid metal, is removed through the eddy current developed due to the induction coil in the induction degassing method. So this is little bit costlier, but this is also used in the foundry for degassing of liquid degassing of gas, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen in the liquid metal. This is one method used in the foundry. All of you please write down number 2, induction degassing, and write down the diagram, rough diagram. Below that, write down, please all of you write down, vacuum induction process. Vacuum induction process is more efficient, except cost of the furnace. Except cost of the furnace being a major drawback. However, foundries operating with induction furnaces induction furnace have the advantage, comma, since all the operations, since all the operations like melting metal under vacuum, melting metal under vacuum, comma, refining, comma, degassing, comma, heating, comma, alloying, etc. are done, in melting furnace, or in one single unit. The process is relatively flexible, comma, featuring the independent control of time, comma, temperature, pressure, and mass transport through liquid melt stirring, liquid metal stirring. Please write down the induction coil and along with the crucible or ladle. Next, write down number 3, stream droplet degassing.
ಸರ್
Write
ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್
down.
ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್.
ಹೌದಾ? ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳು ಬೇಗ. ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆದ್ರ?
ಸರ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಜಾಯ್ನ್
ಆದ್ರ? ಹಾ. Please write down number 3, stream droplet degassing. Underline and write down rough diagram of stream droplet degassing. Say this is the vacuum chamber and this is the end or the line which is connected to vacuum pump, and this is the bottom pour ladle. See, bottom pour ladle means there will be a provision in the bottom of the ladle through mechanism. From the outside they open the bottom door of the ladle, which releases the liquid metal, which makes the fall of liquid metal inside the ladle, which is placed inside the vacuum chamber. And as the metal fall inside the ladle, inside the vacuum chamber, the stream coming from the bottom pour ladle, which is in the tiny particles, small particles or small droplet, which is dropped from the top of the vacuum chamber, so that due to the vacuum in the chamber, the stream droplet or teeny droplet, small droplets, which carries the gas released, which released to the vacuum. The droplets of the liquid metal fall inside the vacuum chamber, which has the gas that is removed due to the tiny particles of liquid metal or tiny particles of the liquid metal or small droplets coming from the ladle, just like a stream. All of you observe here, just like a stream or a jet. The small spray of liquid metal sprayed inside the ladle. While falling inside the ladle, the tiny particles carries the gases present in the liquid metal. Due to vacuum, the gases are removed in the tiny particles. This is the one method which is used, and this is economical and simple method. But the thing is, the bottom pour ladle, the carrying of bottom pour ladle and removing the gas is little bit difficult, but the process is simple. Just open the door is present in the bottom of the ladle, so that from the small hole, jet of liquid metal, jet of melt sprayed inside the vacuum chamber and collected in the ladle, which carries the gas or removed by the vacuum. This is one method which is used in the foundry for removing gases in the liquid metal. All of you please write down stream droplet degassing, stream droplet degassing, and write down the ladle and write down the vacuum chamber. Show the small droplet or tiny particles of liquid metal. So once again, go through the diagram. This is the bottom pour ladle, and this is the small droplets of liquid metal, and this portion, this end is connected to the vacuum pump. This is the vacuum chamber, this is the ladle. So simple process, the dividing the liquid metal into tiny small droplets, so that gases present in the liquid metal are removed from this process. This is called stream droplet degassing. Next, come to the point, fractional degassing. Fractional degassing. All of you please write down fractional degassing. Say, this is the special type of process. Here, the metal is carried by the container, which has the opening where they connect the pipe to the organ gas cylinder. Organ gas cylinder, and the container carries the liquid metal, and this container is connected to the vacuum pump. Number 4, write down fractional degassing. What is the meaning of fraction? Fraction means divide the liquid metal into small fractions or small particles. By passing the argon gas into the container, there will be a provision flow of argon gas, noble gas or inert gas from this point to which flows like this and makes the liquid metal into small tiny fractions, and this gas flows into the chamber like this. This is the ladle. The entire unit of this is placed somewhere else. When the ladle come to the molding section, then they bring this entire complete unit and placed inside the liquid metal, which has two tubes or two pipes which is placed inside the liquid metal, and they open the regulator of argon gas and which flows into the liquid metal, divide the liquid metal or fractions the liquid metal, so that whichever the gas present in the liquid metal, like hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, which is present here, are removed by fracturing the liquid metal. Divide the liquid metal into small particles. The argon gas, the inert gas, flows into the chamber through this pipe and to the inside the liquid metal and fractures the liquid metal and rises the liquid metal in the container. This is the fractured liquid metal, that is nothing but the small teeny particles which are divided by using the argon gas. This is the vacuum chamber using the vacuum pump, and this is the molten metal which is coming into the container through the passing of argon gas into the ladle. So which argon gas, high pressure argon gas pressed into the ladle, so that liquid metal rises in the container, that is in the fractured manner. This is called fractional degassing. The name itself indicates fractional degassing, that is the divide the liquid metal into small tiny fractions. So this is the one method which is used in the foundry for removing of three gases: hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. And all of you please write down the question. Please write down the question. What is degasification? What is degasification? What is degasification? Put a question mark. Put a question mark. Explain briefly with neat sketches. Explain briefly with neat sketches the degasification methods. Degasification methods. Mark it. Very, very important. You have this question for 10 marks. 10 marks. Very, very important. Mark it. Very, very important. You can expect this question this time, 100% guarantee. You have this question in the exam as well as in the test. Once again, I repeat the question. Explain brief. First, what is gasification? Put a question mark. Explain briefly with neat sketches degasification methods. For this question, first you write degasification means removing the gases present in the liquid metal in the foundry, and the degasification method classified into two major classification: flushing, second one vacuum degassing. Flushing, degassing, second one vacuum degassing. For flushing, you have the diagram. Write this diagram for flushing of flushing of gases in the liquid metal. First method. Second method, Vacuum degassing. Here you have 4 types of vacuum degassing. This one. Next, static bath degassing, induction degassing, stream droplet degassing, fractional degassing. So first one, flushing. Second one, vacuum degassing. In vacuum degassing, 4 types of degassing methods you have. You write all the 5. One is for flushing, other 4 for vacuum degassing. So if you write all the 5, you will get 10 out of 10. Very, very important. So almost all the question paper, you have a question in the 6th question in the question paper, or in the 3rd module, 5th or 6th question in 3rd module. Next, write down fettling and cleaning of castings. Fettling and cleaning of castings. Fettling and cleaning of castings. See, fettling and cleaning of castings, underline that. Below that, write down A, removal of sand and other impurities. First, write down A, removal of sand and other impurities. Say, after removing the casting from the mold box, some sand particles are stick to the surface of the castings, that are removed by using wire brush or using shot blasting machine or sand blasting machine. There will be a container or a chamber, looks like a boiler. In that there will be a provision, circular table is present, which rotates inside the chamber. All the castings are placed inside the rotating table of the shot blasting machine or sand blasting machine. And in the shot blasting machine, there will be a provision to shot the small balls of diameter 2 millimeter or 1 millimeter diameter balls, or shot, impinge, hit the casting surfaces, so that whichever the sand particles stick to the surface of the castings are removed by hitting the surface of the casting with the small steel balls that is used in shot blasting machine using balls. In the same way, sand blasting machine, they use the sand, they hit the casting with the sand particles, so that whichever the dust or any extra material present on the surface of the casting, that is the burnt paint or burnt coating on the casting, are removed by shot blasting with the sand. Next, come to the point. Next, write down B, removal of excess metal. Removal of excess metal, that is nothing but, say, the casting has gates, ingates, runner, riser, sprue, and other unwanted projections are present on the casting, that are removed by using chiseling, using chisel and hammer. By chiseling, they remove the excess metal. That's one method. Other method, by using cutting machine or grinding machine. Usually cutting machine, they cut the risers, sprue, gates, ingates from the casting. So that is the removal of excess metal. And finishing of casting, as I told you, the finishing of castings are done by grinding operation or cleaning operation, shot blasting machine. Shot blast, they use the skinny small balls to hit the casting in surrounding and circumference of the casting. And using sand blasting machine, from the hitting the surface of the casting with the sand, they remove the dust, dirt, other unwanted material present on the surface are removed by using finishing of casting by using short blasting machine. Now you write down 3. Fettling, title, fettling and cleaning of castings. Subdivision A, removal of sand and other impurities. Next, subdivision B, removal of excess metal. Subdivision C, finishing of castings. Finishing of castings. Finishing of castings. Next, come to the point. Casting defects. Casting defects. Underline that. Write down a small sentence. Casting process involves a number of variables ಚಂದ್ರಪ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗ ಯಾವ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ದಿನ ಸಿಕ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದೇ ಬಾಲ್ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಬಾ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ I repeat, the casting process involves number of variables and a loss of control any of these variables can cause defects under certain circumstances some of the common casting defects their features and the sum of the common casting defects their features and remedies to prevent such defects are discussed below. First, you write the shrinkage defect. Number 1, or you just write down the title, shrinkage defect. See, shrinkage defect is all of you observe here, this is the wide or whole cavity on the surface of the casting. This type of defect observed in the casting where the shortage of liquid metal only point is shrinkage defect arises in the casting only the shortage of liquid metal. See, as I told you earlier, if you provide the riser perfectly in the mold cavity, which supplies the liquid metal into the mold cavity so that you can avoid shrinkage of liquid metal. The compensate the shrinkage of liquid metal, compensating the shrinkage of liquid metal and supplies the little amount of liquid metal into the mold cavity so that there is no shrinkage defect in the casting. If the shortage of liquid metal, which makes the shrinkage cavity or hole wide on the surface of the casting. As I told you, the remedies for this provide the good riser in a good location or in a perfect location and use excess metal in the ladle so that there should not occur the shortage of liquid metal. The name itself indicates the shrinkage. Shrinkage means shortage of liquid metal in the liquid mold so that there will be a hole, void or cavity in the liquid metal. This can be removed or this type of defects can be removed by using riser, blind riser, a special type of riser in order to avoid the formation of shrinkage defect in the casting. That's one method. And other method, use excess metal. They should not allow the shrinkage of liquid metal so that you can prevent the formation of shrinkage defect. Next, come to the point of porosity or blowhole and pinhole defect in the casting. As I told you, if the gas entrapped in the liquid metal, which makes the pinhole on the surface or the blowhole on the surface of the casting. All of you observe here, this is the blowhole and this is the pinhole. Looks like a pin, this looks like a bigger surface area. You have a hole on the surface of the casting. This type of defects arises due to the gas or air entrapped in the liquid metal, which makes the blowhole and pinhole on the surface of the casting. This type of defects can be prevented by using the degassing method, maybe vacuum degassing or flushing of liquid metal with the inert gas organ. You can remove the blowholes, pinholes on the surface of the casting. That is the remedies of the removing of blowholes and pinholes on the surface. And also you have provide the vent holes properly in the mold and also and excess ramming of the mold also. You can remove the defects like blowholes and pinholes on the surface. Next, come to the point misrun. Misrun. Say, suppose you have 1 ton casting or 500 kg casting. You pour the liquid metal at different locations on the mold core, on the mold cavity, different locations. Misrun, the name itself indicates running of the liquid metal in different directions. There will be a misrun and not filling the end of the casting. Misrun, that is unfilled cavity. All of you observe here. Please write down misrun. That is observe here. The liquid metal stopped here, which is not moved, flows into the portion of the end of the mold cavity. This type of defect is called misrun. Misrun. Usually this type of defects arises in the casting has intricate shapes, thin shapes, thin or intricate shapes where the liquid metal will not flow into the intricate shape. In between the casting and the end of the mold cavity, the liquid metal stops and solidifies. That's called unfilled cavity. That's called misrun. All of you write down misrun. Remaining defects we will discuss tomorrow. Now I stop at the stage. Please, all of you, write your name and USN in the chat box. Answer roll call. Manoj YB,
Yes, sir.
Venkatesh Murthy, Karthika MK, Darshan S,
Present, sir.
Dawood Rasul, Dhananjay,
Present, sir.
Prathamesh,
Present, sir.
Pratik SS, Prathamesh,
Present, sir.
Bhairappa Hegde, Mohan Raj,
Present, sir.
Lohit Kumar,
Present, sir.
Chetan AB,
Present, sir.
Nikhil Gowda,
Sir.
Akshay M. Patil,
Yes, sir.
Gnanesh,
Yes, sir.
Pawan HR,
Present, sir.
Kumaraswamy,
Yes, sir.
Bhagat HR, Mallar Vivekanand,
Present, sir.
Mohammad Raja,
Yes, sir.
Dhanush, Shashank Bilagi,
Yes, sir.
Nayat Sharif,
Yes, sir.
Chandan RC,
Yes, sir.
Hemant Muchin,
Present, sir.
Adil,
Present, sir.
Akash,
Present, sir.
Abhiram,
Yes, sir.
Hemant KS, Mallar Vivekanand,
Present, sir.
Shahid, Nishchit Gowda,
Present, sir.
Kumaraswamy,
Present, sir.
Sir, Zishan.
Jishan Ahmad,
Present, sir.
Kumaraswamy,
Present, sir.
Gnanesh, Abhilash, Karthik MK, Dhanush ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮ್ದು?
Yes, sir.
ನಯಾಜ್ ಶರೀಫ್,
Yes, sir.
ಪವನ್ HR,
Present, sir.
ಲೋಹಿತ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ನಿಮ್ದು ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Yes, sir. ಆಗಿದೆ.
ಅಶ್ವಿನ್ MU,
Yes, sir.
ಜಿತೇಂದ್ರ, ಪ್ರಥಮೇಶ್,
Yes, sir.
ಶಶಾಂಕ್, ಆದಿತ್ಯ J,
Yes, sir.
ನಜ್ಮಾ
Yes,
ಖಾನು,
sir.
Yes, sir.
ಜಯಂತ್ ಎಲ್, ಹರ್ಷ MR,
Present, sir.
ಸುಶಾಂತ್, ವಿಘ್ನೇಶ್, ಮಿಥುನ್ ನಾಯಕ್,
Present, sir. Present, sir.
ಓಕೆ, ಚಂದನ್ RC,
Sir.
ಹೇಮಂತ್ KS, ಗಣೇಶ್, ಶರತ್ ಮ್ಯಾಡಿಕ್,
Present, sir.
ಹರ್ಷವರ್ಧನ್,
Ganesh Nayak, sir. Present, sir. Sir, Sharat Malik, present, sir.
ಅನುಷ್, ನೂತನ್, ಛತ್ರಪತಿ ಸೇತು,
Yes, sir.
ಪ್ರೇಮ H,
Yes, sir.
ಕೃತಿಕ್.
Sir.
ಎರಡೆರಡು ಸಲ ಬರಿಬೇಡ್ರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ 4-5 ಜನ ಎರಡೆರಡು ಸಲ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಬರಿಬೇಡಿ.
Pratik,
ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನಿಮ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಎಲ್ಸ್?
sir. Pratik, Pratik,
ಪ್ರತೀಕ್ ಎಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್
Sir, Aditya.
ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್
Karthik.
ಕಾರ್ತಿಕ್ MK. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್
Vignesh,
Sir, Aditya.
ವಿಘ್ನೇಶ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್
Sir, Aditya.
ಆದಿತ್ಯ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್
Sir, Anush.
ಅನುಷ್. ಓಕೆ, okay, now I stop this stage. I will continue in the next class.